Hello beautiful people, my name is Leon and welcome to this video. Today's video is about judgment and what we can learn from it. Okay, so I think that judgment is some kind of part. I'm judging myself right now for messing that up. I think that I'm bad. Yeah, okay. I think that judgment is a part of human nature. And that is because we always want to be seen as good. And that comes from our socialization, because in the past we were dependent on other people. Most of the time we were dependent on our parents in order for us to survive. And so we want to be seen as good by them in order to get their attention, to get their love, and yeah, to ensure survival, like I said. And so we hide away the aspects of ourselves that are not approved of by our parents or by other people in the society. And yeah, because of that, we only show our positive side, or what we think is positive, what gave us positive outcome, and we hide away our negative side in our mind, our negative side. And yeah, what judgment basically is we are saying to ourselves that something is good and there's something good and there's something bad. Yeah, we are basically saying that. And that starts in ourselves. Yeah, because like I said, we are hiding away the negative aspects of ourselves and we are only presenting the positive sides of us, or at least the sides that were approved of in the past, because in the end, everything is neutral. There's nothing good or nothing bad. Positivity and negativity is created by ourselves, by the human mind, and it's not objectively there. And yeah, I think that is a really important thing to understand in everyone's life, that yeah, basically there is nothing good or nothing bad. And yeah, that is how we can transcend this this mentality that we always want to be seen as the good person. How we can transcend our mind and transcend our ego, yeah, in order to become free of the associations that we have about ourselves. Because judgment is not only about ourselves, it's most of the time, at least that's what comes into my head when I was thinking about judgment, is that we judge other people. Because yeah, most of the time when we see something in another person that we personally not approve of, we say, okay, look at this person, look at this dude, he's doing something bad, and we say he's a bad person. And we do that, most of the time we do that, that's what I think, we do that to feel better. To say to our friends, or to say to ourselves, look at this guy, he's wearing a pink t-shirt, that's so uncool, we are so much cooler with our black shirt. And then we feel better, and then we feed this, we feed our self-concept that we are good. Because we want to be seen as good. Because in the past, if we weren't good, we would die, and so being good meant to survive, and that's why we still have this concept in our head. Yeah, so we are judging other people, ultimately, to feel good. Another interesting and funny and cool part about judging other people is that we, most of the time, or every time, when we see something in another person, in order to trigger that in ourselves, or in order for us to feel negative about that, it has to first of all, yeah, be something that we dislike about ourselves. Because yeah, the way this reality is working is like a mirror, and everything we have internal, everything in our internal, the beliefs that we held, are projected into the external. And when we see someone that we don't approve of, or that we don't approve of, yeah, we don't approve a part of the other person, this is because we dislike or do not approve this part in ourselves. And that is basically ourselves, or the universe, or whoever showing us something that we need to work on. It's basically every time when we have a strongly, most of the time negative, judgmental reaction to something or someone, we we are basically showing ourselves what we need to do, where we need to work on. And that is pretty cool, because in the end, we want to be complete again, and everything in this universe wants to be complete and wants to get healed. It's nothing different when you cut yourself and you look at the wound, and it's your body will heal it no matter what. And that's the same with mental health problems, with traumas from your past. They want to be healed, they want to be integrated into yourself. And that is why you're always getting reflections of that. You're always getting similar situations reflected back to you, so that you recognize them and that you work on that and that you integrate that into your life. Okay, so to come back to judgment, here's what I think you should do, and here's what I think I should do. Every time when you judge someone, basically become aware of the fact that you're ultimately judging yourself. That the only reason you're disliking someone or something in another person is because you're disliking it in yourself. And so when you have a negative reaction to something, you judge something as bad, then ask yourself, where is that coming from? And what is that telling about? What is that telling about you? Okay. And another really important thing is that, like I said, everything is neutral. There's this judgmental aspect of our reality, this good and bad, is just mind-made. It's part of our ego system it's part of the system we live in, basically. Like I said, we need to evolve and we need to transcend that. And if we recognize and if we implement the fact that everything is neutral in our life, then we can neutrally observe everything and then decide what meaning we want to give it. And then we are much more free, because we are not automatically giving everything a meaning because of our programming, because of the way our ego is working. We then have the opportunity to take our power back and judge everything the way we want to judge it, basically. And so that's why I think that judgment is, on the one side, part of human nature and part of ourselves, and on the other side, it's a really important tool that we need to, or that we can work with, that we have to work with in order to evolve, in order to transcend this 3D ego, society, mindset, whatever you want to call it. Okay? I think the key is to become free from judgment. Because like I already said, when we observe our own judgment, we can decide how we want to react. And then we become free from judgment in the end. And the most important thing is to stop judging ourselves, to allow ourselves to make mistakes. Because in a way, or in a world where there is no judgment, where there is nothing wrong or right or positive or negative, there are no such things as mistakes or good decisions or bad decisions, because in the end everything is there for a reason, and every bad decision is there to show you something. Every time when you judge someone, in the end, when you look back on it and then tell yourself, oh my god, I was such a bad person for judging them, in the end that's nothing bad. That's only there for you to recognize that, and for you to recognize that aspect of yourself and where you need to work on. And so ultimately you have to forgive yourself, basically, and you have to stop to judge yourself and tell yourself that you are bad because you're doing this and that. And in the end you have to let go of this limiting belief that you are not good enough and that you have to prove something. And when you become aware of the fact that you are already whole and complete, and there is nothing good or nothing bad in the end, it all depends on your judgment, then you can transcend judgment and become free from judgment. I hope this makes sense. So yeah, please tell me what you think about my opinion, this video, the topic in general, and as always, I really appreciate your time. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming this far. And yeah, as I said, tell me what you think. Have a beautiful day. Be present and enjoy the journey, not judging yourself and everyone else. Peace.